Welcome to my latest Stitch With Me. I'm working on Archer today by Ismira. I am at 82.24%. I am still trying to get some of the sky stitched. Did that muck it up? No, don't think so. I haven't done much stitching in the last week. I haven't actually had a great week, to be honest. I haven't been that well. My MS is playing up a little bit, unfortunately. So, just the way it goes at times. I had to restart my dragon reflection, and it means that I've only done over 2 days. I've only done 1,000 stitches back on it. I was really gutted to restart it, but I could have washed it, but I didn't. I thought it might have always, because it was pre-gridded, it may have, number one, the lines may have washed out on it because it's pre-gridded, and it would never have been the same after washing it again. So I wasn't very keen to wash it, and I'd only done 4,000 stitches on it, so I decided just to restart it. I didn't have any warning that I was going to be sick, so I was very disappointed. So at the moment I am taking an anti-nausea drug each morning. Normally I don't need to, but I'm just having a bit of a bout. I've got a doctor's appointment on Monday to see if I've got an infection somewhere, because that's normally the reason why you start having new symptoms like I'm having. Because I've had 2 seizures in the last week. What did I do there? I'm not sure what I did there. So yeah, I've made a doctor's appointment for next week to get looked at. So we've been busy here on the farm. We've had some trees topped, and also the sides of the trees. So I've got a wee video clip that I will put over the top of this for you to see. Dave took a really good video of that. He got told off. He was too close, so he had to move back, but he got a good video of it because he was too close. So we had the tree trimming done. He's been really busy cutting up firewood, because there's a lot of wood from all the tree trimming, and also we got some trees cut down because they were near the railway line, and they were starting to lean, and it was starting to become a risk that they may have fallen over in the wind. So we got them cut down, so he's been cutting them up. And there was another big tree. I've got a picture of that, so I'll insert that over as well. That was a gum tree, I think it was. And it was a very big tree because we had got drainage put in this paddock because it had a big gully in it, and we took the gully out of it and put drainage in it, and we left the tree there. And because there was a spring in the tree, and with putting drainage in it, it meant the tree didn't have any water source anymore. We didn't realise that the spring, we didn't even think about it, to be honest. It wasn't going to feed that tree anymore because the spring was going to that tree with putting the drainage down the gully. And with the tree just up and died. So it was still standing strong, so we cut this tree down as well. So we've tidied up quite a lot recently. So Dave's got the big job of cutting all these trees up for firewood. Last night he was put some of this gum tree on the log burner, and it was so hot in the lounge last night that I had to go to bed early because I just couldn't handle it in the lounge. It was just way too hot. I think it was 29 degrees. I will write on the screen how hot that is in Fahrenheit, but wow, it's really hot inside. I was way too hot. I was kitting up a new project. It's the Small Town Stitches. She was talking about starting this project and saying who wants to start it with her. I was thinking, oh no, I'm not going to start anything new, but because I've been feeling so sick this last week, I thought, actually I really love it. And I showed Dave the photo. Oh, I will put a picture here. A Beautiful Place, I think it's called. Don't quote me on it. It's got 100 colours. I'm pretty sure it's 100 colours. I kitted it up yesterday. It took a long time to put all my threads on thread drops. I had all the colours in Sexy, so I went through my Sexy store that I have. I have boxes of every colour of Sexy. I have 25 skeins of every Sexy colour, so I can just go into each box and pull a thread. So I pulled each skein that I needed and put on a thread drop and put it in the bag that I'm going to put in, and all I need to do is grab the fabric. I actually think I'm going to put on 25 count, I think. I thought I was going to put on 20 count, but to be honest, I do prefer 25. I do find it harder doing a stitch with me on 25 count because I haven't got it quite as close as I normally would when stitching. I'm just not quite as, I haven't got my, I've just put a knot on that. I haven't got my frame as close as I normally would. So yes, I'm going to start that. So all I have to do now is grab the fabric and serge it and put it on a scroll frame. The scroll frame that I had the dragon reflection on, I was able to clean that and disinfect it and put it outside in the sun. I was a wee bit worried with cleaning it and disinfecting it. It might have warped, but it seems to be fine. So hopefully it doesn't have any odour with it at all, because if it smells at all, I won't be able to use it again. I'll have to just throw it out, I think, because even if it has a slight odour with it, I won't be able to use it because I've got a real sensitive sense of smell. So Coco has wants to go outside all the time, but it's too cold, so she only stays out there for a few minutes. So at the moment we have been putting cat TV on for her, and she absolutely loves it. It was very funny this morning. I had the cat TV on, and we were laughing about she tries, I put it on my iPad, and she tries to, I just sit it on the sofa, and then she'll jump above the sofa and looking down on it as if she can jump on the birds or the squirrels from above the iPad. It's like, yeah, that's really you're going to jump from them above. That's really going to work, Coco. So we may laugh at her a little bit. So you'll have to excuse that wee knot with having put that knot where the eye is. I frequently do that. So I won't let Coco sit on my lap first thing in the morning anymore since my incident with the coffee cup. Or I move my coffee cup. I've got a table beside me on my left side, and I also have a coffee cup table higher on my right side. I don't like it on my right side so much because it's my frozen shoulder on my right side, and but it's higher on my right side, so I now put my coffee cup over on my right side, so her tail, it's too high for her tail to be there since she put her tail in my coffee cup. And she put her tail in my coffee, and then she started wagging her tail and she was flicking me with coffee, and that was the only reason that I knew she had put her tail in my coffee. And I got a tissue and wiped her tail. I still drank my coffee. It was like, oh well, I eat enough of her hair every day, I'm not sure it really makes any difference. And I said to Dave, he went to make me a coffee at morning tea time, and I said I needed a new cup, and then he went and did something else, and then I got my same hairy cup back, and I said at lunchtime when I had my meal in my cup, I said I need a new cup, and I think he got a phone call, and I still got my hairy cup back. I think all day, I think I had 4 or 5 drinks out of that cup. All day I had it in my hairy cup. By that night, my cup wasn't hairy any longer. I may have been teasing him since then that I may need Furlax. Because I definitely eat enough hair every day from her. She is on hairball biscuits at the moment because recently she vomited on the floor as well. So she obviously had a furball, but I don't think actually seen the furball, so obviously the hairball control is actually working. Yeah, poor thing. So she got meat that night. That's the only time that she gets meat, is if she's been sick, because I always think, I know how I feel after I've been sick. I've always got a bit of a sore throat. So this is the second time I've done this video. I already did it yesterday, but it sounded terrible, and all you could hear was the background noise of my heat pump as it was clicking in and out. So I decided I needed to redo it. So starting this pattern with Leanne, the small town stitches, isn't one that I had anticipated on starting. And congratulations to Leanne for 4,000 subscribers. That is an amazing accomplishment. I'm not surprised though. I absolutely love seeing Leanne's videos. Come on, get in the hole. My only other start that I am going to have is next year is that fairy tale piece by Pain Free Crafts. So I'll add a picture in here as well. I want to start that next year. So if anybody wants to start that with Jess and I, that is the next piece that we're going to start together. So if anybody wants to start that with us, feel free to, because it's not a huge piece, and it'll be just like Archer has been. We won't be in a rush to finish it. It'll be a 3 or 4 year finish. So we'll only do so many stitches per month, because this piece has been really good. We haven't, I don't know, it's taken us 3 years to do this piece, and it's only been 94,000 stitches, and it's been really good just slowly chipping away at this piece. And I must admit, I've had so much fun stitching on Archer. It has been a joy every step of this piece. I haven't got sick of it. I've just enjoyed it. So that's what we intend with this fairy tail piece, and I think it's going to be so much fun to stitch on it. So if anybody wants to join us, feel free. It's another piece I'm going to stitch on 25 count. It is going to be fun. I don't know if we will stitch it from different directions this time. I think I might want to start that from the bottom and to get the feet from the wolf. It's got a wolf underneath the book. Yeah, I'm not sure. It'll be really cool, that piece. Can't wait. I'm going to start, I bought some bags of Judith, absolutely stunning bags. I'll show them in my update. So I already picked the bag that I'm going to put the threads in that, so I might even next weekend start putting the threads in that to kit it up. And because I've already picked the bag for my new start with Leanne's piece, I've put all the threads in that bag. I just need to cut the fabric, so I will do that. I love having a serger, I must admit. That makes it so much easier. Every time I think, oh, I have a new start, I just can serge my fabric. And I'm finding I just don't need a very big margin on with having it on a scroll frame, because I lace pieces myself anyway. Because I'll frame this myself. Funny things I've done recently. Oh, one funny thing I did recently is that I sent a text to Brendan when it's tea time, and Suri has issues with some slang words Suri doesn't understand. So if you say dinner, which you would call supper, but we call dinner, Suri doesn't understand dinner and calls it Dennis. I think that's what Suri puts it down as. So if I say dinner is ready, she I think she put Dennis is ready, something like that. Little things like that. So I absolutely love having my Apple Watch. So with my Apple Watch, I can just send a text message to Brendan to tell him that that his meal's on the table. So lately I'm getting really inventive about what messages that we're trying. But it's not really good if you have two Brendans in your text messages. And if you don't say the last name of who you want it to, it'll say the first Brendan in your text message. So I learned I can send it to the wrong person. So that was a wee bit embarrassing. So I had to laugh over that. Then I had to apologise that I sent it to the wrong person. So they were a wee bit confused. Oh dear. The joys of Apple Watches. But it is really funny. Dave can be cooking and he'll say to me when I'm stitching, and he'll say, "Can you send Brendan a message that it's ready?" So I can quickly just send him. The best one is grubs up. So he seems to understand that. Or meals on the table. That seems to be fine. Some slang is fine. Yeah. But not everything. So my JVC test came back. It's negative once again. I was talking to the neurologist earlier last week, or yeah, this week, because today's Saturday. And I was told that even if it is positive, it can be slightly positive and it can be really positive. And because I haven't got many new symptoms, they think my epilepsy is a new symptom. But it's not too bad. I'm only having a few seizures, but because it's not major, they even if I do go positive, you can go slightly positive, and they may not be too concerned because I'm on the best drug that I can be on. And if I go on another drug, I would have to have it in Dunedin. So, yeah, it might be the best thing that they can do is just keep me on what I'm on. So I might not have many options anyway. So that's what but I may never go positive. I may just keep negative. I don't see that many people anyway, so the chances are that I may never. So them's the risks. Brendan goes to see his neurologist in August, so he needs to up his medication for his epilepsy. He also wants to talk to his neurologist about seeing whether it's possible that he's actually got MS, because he's got several other symptoms that actually lead towards that it may be MS and not just epilepsy, because that he didn't have when he was first diagnosed. So needs to see about that. Apart from that, food prices keep increasing here in New Zealand. Can't get over, Dave was saying about even the cereal that he gets for Brendan each fortnight has gone up 30 cents, I think he said, which was quite a surprise. We don't buy that much groceries, to be honest, because we are quite self-sufficient. We grow our own vegetables. We have our own meat from the farm. And so it's only really milk and sugar and coffee and cereals, I guess, flour and bread. So it's not that much that we really buy. Water too, I guess. So yeah, still having breakdowns of our water supply. I don't know. I don't think they're ever going to get that. You would think at this time of year it shouldn't be that much, because it's cooled down. Shouldn't be that much of a stress on the system, but yeah, they're still having more breakdowns than they're not, which is quite stressful. At the drop down box for this video, you will see any YouTubers that have mentioned me in the last few weeks. I will have them in the drop down box, because so you can go check them out. I have decided that that's the best way for me. To be honest, I can't check everybody out at the moment. I'm finding that it's really hard to keep up with all the new YouTubers and even existing ones, because I'm finding it really hard to keep up, to be honest. So thank you for the shout outs. I'm sorry I'm not going to say individual names, but like I say, I've decided that for anybody that shouts me out, that this is how I'm going to mention them, that in my Stitch With Me's, that I will just link them below. So if anybody wants to be shouted out, just mention me, and how you do it is you do @ and then a YouTube name, and then that's how you know that you've been mentioned, and then I can link you, and I will mention you on my Stitch With Me's, and I think that's the best way. So anybody that's interested in looking for new YouTubers can have a look at the list below and see if it's anybody that they're interested in. And when I do my whip updates, they're the ones that I normally mention is normally linked to something that I'm stitching on. And I've decided that's the best way that I can still mention YouTubers, or I can mention a YouTuber that I come across that I think is really cool. I can mention below here as well if I come across somebody, so you can check them out, especially full full coverage stitches, because basically I would prefer to just watch full coverage stitches than non-full coverage. I really don't watch anybody that doesn't do full coverage, because that's not really what I'm interested in. So anybody that's mentioned me that's not full coverage, I'm sorry, I just don't really watch your videos, because it's not really something that I'm interested in. So if you're doing something else that's not full coverage and you've mentioned me, I've really struggled about what to do. And it's not that I don't think what you're doing is amazing. It is amazing, because it's still cross stitch and it's fantastic, and it's just not what I'm interested in. But it's just a different style, and and to be honest, I think it's even harder to stitch on non-full coverage than full coverage. All the counting that you have to do is so much harder. That's why I don't do it. Yeah, so yeah, I think people that do samplers and things, yes, no, definitely not for me. I wouldn't be able to do them for sure. I think, if anything, full coverage is so much easier. Yeah. Like, if you get a stitch in the wrong place, you can definitely fub it. You definitely can't fub it if you've done it in the wrong place for a non-full coverage. So that's why some people have actually mentioned me 4 or 5 weeks ago, and I've thought, oh dear, what am I going to do about this? I really want to mention these people, but I've been unsure about what to do. So I've thought about it for a few weeks, and this is what I've decided to do, is just mention you below so people can have a look. So it's your choice to subscribe or not. So thank you very much for the mentions, and I'm sorry it's taken me so long to decide what to do. Normally I'm a lot better. I think it's just not feeling that great the last few weeks. So just getting a deal. So, and then I couldn't do my video after the sound was terrible yesterday. I couldn't do it again because I had the rubbish truck come, and it did and it emptied our skip. It's like, really? Okay, what colour is this? 796. Oh, these are really long. These are very old. These are my oldest thread drops. Nearly 3 years old, those ones. You would have heard the skip then. Dave's just put rubbish in the skip. Because he is doing silage. Sorry, I will try that again. I got interrupted. Okay, the people I was mentioning was the Official Mermaid's Cove, Second Wind Stitcher, and Busy Mum Stitcher. And the pattern that I'm about to start is A Beautiful Place by Eder Jose Rosa, or Hosa, Eder Jose Rosa, depends on the pronunciation of what country it comes from. I'm sorry if I mispronounce your name. So here are some of the amazing colours in this pattern. There's actually 100 colours. Can you believe that? It is amazing. I was really amazed how many colours. And I have put it in a Judith bag, and it has got a scissor pouch with this bag, and it's got another little pouch for a notions pouch as well. So this is this bag. Isn't it stunning? With the Tanya, think of what they're called, hummingbirds. There was long in coming. So absolutely stunning bag with all those beautiful threads. As you can see, I'm doing it with Sexy. So that is the threads for that piece, A Beautiful Place. So I will start that. I'm not sure when. I need to see when Leanne said that she's starting hers. I need to find another Omnique frame. I'm actually running out of them. I think I have a couple of Millennium frames left. I will start it. It is a landscape piece, so I will start at portrait again. I'll have to work out exactly where to start it. I will get Dave to help me, because he helped me last time with my sea villains. I will be starting it on 25 count. So, yes. What else do I need to share with you today? I don't think I have that much. Oh, I have about 17,000, I think, left of Archer. So that would be approximately 17 days. At the moment, I have been doing this in weekends. I try and do a couple of thousand in a weekend. I just stuffed up that. There we go. I'm not going to... I could just do 3 or 4 days a week to get this... Oh, I just got a knot. I could do 3 or 4 days to get this done. But I'm not going to, because I have enjoyed doing this so much. I don't want to, at this stage, don't know what I did there, but I don't think I got in the corner of that stitch. I don't want to, at this stage, ruin it when I have gone so far and enjoyed it so much, all of a sudden go, oh, at the end go, oh, I really hated it at the end, when I have enjoyed it so much. I might as well keep going and enjoy the last bit. So I'll just keep doing. I might not even do 2,000 this weekend. I might just do 1,000 today. If I do 1,000, I might not even get 1,000 today. I might do about 800 and just leave it at that, and I may pick something up tomorrow because I'm not feeling 100%. So may leave it at that. So thank you very much for joining me. I'm sorry if this isn't my normal cheery self. I haven't got my normal perp. I'm not feeling my normal cheery self at all. But that's okay. Not always feeling great. But I'm happy to be stitching. Winter's always a wee bit harder on everybody, I think. I may just have picked up a wee bit of a bug when I was in Timaru, because I was thinking I was getting a cold and I don't think I really have caught it. I take, each day I've been taking an immunity booster tablet, and I think that has helped, and it meant I was able to fight off that cold. But obviously I've picked up something. So have a great week, and I will see you next week when I do my whip update, but don't expect startling numbers. There won't be anything startling. And there should be, hopefully, a new start. Actually, and my restart of my dragon reflection. Since I had to restart it. But we won't talk about that. That's a bit of a downer. Oh dear. So I will see you next week. Have a fantastic week, and I will talk to you then. Okay then, bye.